Hi, my name is Lauren with Howstuffinmycarworks.com, and I'm here today doing a video for you guys on changing the spark plugs on my 2015 Audi A4 Sport. I have been so busy recently and just caught up, and summer's coming and I've got almost 75,000 miles on my car now, so I knew that it was time that the spark plugs needed to be changed. And lacking time, I took it to my local dealership and I was baffled with the labor costs involved in changing spark plugs. So I just decided that it would be best to share with you a tutorial on how to change your spark plugs in an Audi A4. So if you are ever in the position where you need to do so, or maybe you already have had it done and you wanted to see what they did, here's your video on how to. So your first step that you're going to do is you are going to have to remove the engine cover to access your spark plugs. Pretty simple. We just and now we've got access to your engine. So this is a 4-cylinder engine, and these spark plugs are under these coils here. There's 4 of them. We're going to use a T30 Torx to remove this screw and access the spark plugs. So now that we've removed the screw, we have to disconnect the electrical connection here. You want to be careful because it's plastic, and depending on the age of your vehicle or how brittle it could be, it can break. So you could either use a flathead like this and shimmy it out, but what I've found is if you use a little thin pick and you just kind of stick it in here, it makes it easier to kind of, you can do that to all 4 of them, just loosen them all up. Loosen them all up. Now we have to remove the coils one at a time. If it is stuck, then you're going to want to go ahead and use a part of your valve cover to kind of just gently loosen this so you can disconnect it. There's one. And you want to stay organized, so this is number 1. We're going to put it over here to the right. Here's your second coil. And then remove the last 2 coils. I'm not going to film doing it because I think you get the point. Okay, so we've got the coils off, and now we need to get the spark plugs out. But first we want to make sure that we clean the cavity of any dirt or debris and compressed air, so we don't get anything in there. Okay, so to remove the spark plugs, you've got to use a 5/8 socket and a ratchet. And then when you feel that it's loose, you're going to want to take off your ratchet and twist the rest off by hand. Okay. So I just got to get it myself. And there is our spark plug. So now I'm going to check the gap on the old spark plug. 28. So I wanted to check the gap on the spark plug, then it is at 28. That's what the new ones are at as well. Okay, so we are using an NGK iridium spark plug. And I'm going to go ahead and just triple check. We're at 28. And I'm going to put just a tiny bit of this anti-seize lubricant around. Okay, and now it goes back in. Okay. I'll just slowly put it in a little bit by hand. Okay, so I'm just going to snug it up with my socket and my ratchet. And now we are going to torque it to 22 foot-pounds. Okay, so you just stick that in there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we've got our first spark plug in. I'm going to go ahead and replace the other three now. I'm not going to film it because it's repetitive and basically just doing the same thing that we just did. So repeat all the steps until all four of them are replaced. We're going to go ahead and put the coils back on. If you want them to come off easier next time, then just go ahead and put a little bit of dielectric grease in here. And we're going to start, we removed them from the front to the back, and now we're going to replace the coils from the back to the front. Oop. More. Okay, so coils are in, and now we're going to push them down so that we can reconnect all of the connectors. When you are connecting your connectors, make sure that you hear each one snap back in and secure itself. And then all we have left is to put the screw back on. Just snug it a little bit. Okay. And then put back on our engine cover. let's start it up and make sure everything's running right. Sounds good to me. And that is how you replace the spark plugs in a 2015 Audi A4 Sport. See you next time.